this over to Commissioner Kubrick. You made up the agenda on the discussion on the new business advisory committee. Did you have suggestions of how we wanted to start that?
Well, tonight's the night to really kind of bring it to the table and see what kind of thoughts that we have here.
Well, I think we should get together with the Chamber and the Hampton Beach Commission and maybe do a round table of business people together and work as a team. So we can talk to John Nyan and Doc and see where we should go with that. I don't know, what do you think? That was at our meeting?
I'm not sure what we're discussing.
At our meeting that we had, there was a motion by Mr. Jones about us having a business advisory committee. And for the purpose of getting input to the precinct from the businesses, because they don't have a vote. The businesses that are residents don't have a vote in what goes on, but they're spending tax dollars. So it was to get together with them, and I think if we work with the Chamber and the Commission, we could get a group of people together and then make it open to whoever's interested in it. Unfortunately, with any of these committees, it's always the same people for everything we do. But if we can get enough word out there, maybe we'll get some new people involved. And maybe wait until June, where there's more businesses around. They're not quite so busy, that they can maybe take some time and do this. What do you think? All right.
During the annual meeting, there was a reduction in the funds expended for New Year's Eve. Udo, you proposed that, I recall. And there was another proposal about celebrating the presidential primary as a means of further extending us into a year-round destination. But the votes indicated that, in some of the comments that were made, was that we're not really on board with this year-round thing. So I'm a bit confused, and I suspect everyone's confused about whether we really intend to be extending our season or not. So I think it probably makes sense for the commissioners to poll the citizenry, or perhaps maintain your existing stand that you've already decided as a board that you want to extend it year-round. To hell with the citizens in terms of what they have to say about it. So either one or the other, I think, needs to be done. Okay. But just to let it hang out there, people operating, perhaps you're operating on the assumption that it's desirable to go year-round, and there's a population that says it's not desirable.
I think it's very important to go year-round. I also think it's very important to have events that actually bring the people in. So I'm not sure what that's going to be. Perhaps we need to create, perhaps we need to check with the businesses. This advisory board you were mentioning earlier, that would be a perfect place to start. What do the businesses want? What will they stay open for? That's been an issue. I said before, and I'll say it again, I have a problem with bringing in other businesses for events of this, for new events, when our own businesses are not involved. That bothers me. And that seemed to be happening, and that's only my critique of this.
Okay.
Well, certainly you should take advice from the Business Advisory Committee, however it's formed, and hopefully it's formed in a way that it's truly representative of the business. But from what I hear tonight, that's questionable. We'll see how that unfolds.
Can I ask you why?
Why I have questions?
Why do you think it's questionable?
Well, from what I heard this evening, which was very skeletal in nature, in terms of how we're going to begin with the Business Advisory Committee, it was very skeletal at best.
Well,
a skeletal beginning suggests highly questionable success. So I mean,
it's just beginning. We just
right. So that's the nature of my questionable statement. Okay.
It has a negative tone, Mr. Jones. I was just trying to check. Just checking it.
At last meeting, Chairman mentioned that he's anticipating the Business Advisory Committee to be meeting in June, and my inquiry, which is not 91A inquiry, but simple inquiry, Do you have anticipation as to when that meeting will take place?
Not yet. I'm still waiting to the next meeting with the chamber, which they did not have an April meeting. So that was one of the key components of the group that we were going to work with, was the chamber, the commission, and the precinct. So I won't know until the May meeting when I talk to them.
Can I get informed as to when and where that is occurring? As I would
The
like
May
to sit in.
meeting or?
No, the Business Advisory Committee meeting. I'd like to sit in and observe.
Yeah, sure. We'll definitely have it posted.
How would I be notified of that?
It will be posted, so, and I'll, sure I can just send an email.
Yeah, I have my email. As we've exchanged emails
Yeah.
as a group to me in the past.